On the outside, the Swift sports a sleek and modern design. Suzuki have introduced a new Horizon design line that wraps around the vehicle, creating a sense of motion. Rounded shoulder lines give it a sporty edge, while the iconic Suzuki badge proudly sits at the front of the bonnet. Lower headlight positions and L-shaped daytime running lights not only enhance visibility, but also add a touch of sophistication. And check out those clear rear tailgate lights.
Vacuuming and mopping your most hated chore? Discover the RoboVac range that changes all that at Harvey Norman Electrical Warrnambool.
Part of the Ace Radio Network, 95.3 Coast FM.
19 degrees in Melbourne, showers and windy, a top today, 23. It's 9 o'clock. Good morning. I'm David Armstrong. A woman remains in hospital under police guard after a man was found dead at a home in Mitcham. Homicide squad detectives are probing the death. It's believed the man died in a public housing block for elderly people on Simla Street around 6 last night. A 27-year-old woman allegedly assaulted a paramedic before police arrived. She's expected to be interviewed by detectives later today. The Royal Australian Air Force is joining forces with the UK and Canada to organise evacuation flights out of Lebanon. More than 1,700 Australians have registered to leave the country as Israeli troops push deeper in their ground incursion. 41 have been evacuated on flights overnight. Former RAAF intelligence officer Chris McKenna says the operation is complex but quite simple in nature.
The British have a base at Akrotiri in Cyprus. That will probably be the place where all of these aircraft will operate from. That's only about 45 minutes to an hour flying time from Beirut. So I'd expect aircraft to shuttle back and forth between those two locations.
Melbourne councils are pushing back against Jacinta Ardern's ambitious housing targets. Is Carolee Katsambarnis.
As more candidates stand for upcoming elections, almost 90% of them are prioritising green space and heritage protection above housing. The survey by The Age also quizzed 1,500 candidates, asked what were the 3 key issues they wanted to advocate for once elected onto council. Only 5% wanted greater housing density. ABS data shows Victoria's on track to approve fewer than 45,000 homes for construction this year, a long way short of Labor's target of 80,000 homes a year for the next decade. In Melbourne, Carolee Katsambarnis, 9 News.
One of Victoria's oldest community organisations is embroiled in a bitter fight with Facebook after it was mistakenly red-flagged as a potential drug den. Facebook searches for Neighbourhood House Victoria return a warning message for the sale of drugs. It is the governing body for more than 400 community centres statewide, providing book exchanges, playgroups and shared gardens. But organisers believe the name means something different in the US, where Neighbourhood House is code for a drug house. Melbourne Storm boss Matt Tripp is pitching to stage next year's NRL Grand Final at the MCG. He's told 3AW he'll be approaching the Allen government, confident of a strong financial return.
I think it would be multiples of whatever the Victorian government contributed, so they would need to weigh it up on their merits, but I would think that it would be a wonderful showpiece for Victoria, and I think this is a one-off.
A national survey has found a lack of contraceptive options for Australian women. Health experts are calling for the federal government to provide equal access. Caroline Mulcahy from Family Planning Alliance says the findings are shocking.
And most of them, 70% of them, said that they really didn't feel that they had enough information about contraception that they were on, or information about what's actually available to them.
Sport for the Gillen Boys Foundation. Muscular Dystrophy Awareness Warrnambool.
Essendon President David Byram has put the players on notice. If they don't commit to Coach Brad Scott's culture, they won't have a future at the club. He's delivered the stinging warning on a night that Captain Zach Merritt was named best and fairest.
Brad has brought discipline to this club and has elevated our standards. If you don't prepare properly, don't give your all on match day, conduct yourself as a professional athlete on and off the field, I don't think you'll be here long.
Storm legend Billy Slater believes half-back Jerome Hughes has been the cornerstone of Melbourne's season in 2024. 28-year-old will enter Sunday's grand final as the reigning Dally M medalist, the NRL's best player. Slater says Hughes has been integral to everything the team has done this year.
There's so many stars in this Melbourne Storm side, but a lot of them have been in and out of the team throughout the year. You know, Jerome Hughes has been that one constant player that has held the team together through the whole 30 weeks. 9:05,
that's the latest news and sport.
Indulge the senses with live music, delicious food and beverages, market stalls, kids' activities and masterclasses at the Great South Coast Food and Fibre Showcase, October 12.
Welcome to your life. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Coast FM local news. Online at coast.com.au and on air now.
I'm Daniel Brewer. The Victorian Government has fast-tracked another renewable energy project through its new streamlined pathway. The project will be developed in Mortlake. The final preparations are underway for a group of dedicated locals who will compete in their second run for CJD in the coming weeks. The rare brain disease is close to the heart of many taking part, including Wannon MP Dan Tehan. Mr Tehan says it's set to be another big effort to raise funds and awareness.
We were able to raise $100,000 the last run last year from Canberra to Warrnambool. That money is already going into much needed research. All the money we raise this time will go into furthering that research.
That's the latest local news headlines.
Aquazone is an endorsed Royal Life-Saving Watch-Around Water facility and reminds you to keep your kids safe at all times while they're in the water. Aquazone.com.au.
Give your business the online presence it deserves with a website from Ace Digital, designed to reach your customers wherever they are. Details at ace.digital.
Warrnambool Bowls Club, your fully catered and licensed function centre for your next event.
Update your laptop now with unbeatable deals in-store or online from Warrnambool's Harvey Norman Computers.
Coast FM weather.
Your 4-day forecast for the Great South Coast. A strong wind warning in place for the coast today. Partly cloudy, a shower or two. Chance of a thunderstorm around as well. Winds north to northwesterly up to 25 k's, tending west to northwesterly up to 25 k's through the middle of today. Becoming light tonight, the fire danger is moderate. For tomorrow, cloudy showers a top of 16. To finish the weekend, partly cloudy showers easing in 18. And Monday, cloudy showers a top of 17 degrees. Tops for today, Mortlake, Terang, Port Fairy, heading for 21. In Warrnambool, a top of 22.
Had a personal injury that wasn't your fault? Talk to Arnold, Thomas and Becca Warrnambool today about what you deserve.
And right now on the coast, it's a very balmy 18 degrees as we do old school Fridays. Robbie Williams, Coast FM.